Before I start with, why do you wanted to learn AI? What made you to come for AI?
Ma'am, can I answer?
Yeah. See, I want the session to be a little interactive so that you can have a better insights from me.
Okay, so ma'am, when I was in 8th and 9th, I had computer as my subject. So
Okay,
since childhood, I was interested in, computing languages and everything.
that's great.
And then AI also is now the trending thing, which is easing our lives.
Yes. Which grade you are in now?
I was in my college second year.
Okay, that's great. That's great to know. Any others? Want to put some words over here?
Yes, ma'am. I'm already working in a technical side with different technology,
That's great.
and I want to pursue my career path differently now.
Oh, that's
And
great. That's
now
great.
AI is already, discussed too much in the office. So everywhere, I think we are talking about AI in the office.
That's
Most of
great.
the projects we are planning to bring it up, the AI stuff,
Yes.
and I want to migrate myself to the latest technology. But I
Yes.
have multiple questions with you later I can ask.
Uh-huh. Yes.
So at this year of experience, I don't know how do I pursue and all. I have some questions in mind, so probably in the later sessions I can ask the questions to you.
Okay. Anyone wanted to put few other things? Okay. AI, artificial intelligence. So today, wherever you go, artificial intelligence is everywhere. For any sort of predictions, today we are using artificial intelligence. See, not exclusively artificial intelligence. We are having many other things also within it. But the ultimate word which we see today is AI, isn't it? So ultimately, first and foremost, let us go on with a smaller note. What is AI? So ultimately, we use this AI for doing any sort of predictions. So what sort of predictions? So considering the past data, if you wanted to predict what would happen or what could happen in future, that is called future predictions in this using this particular AI. For example, for you to have a better insights of what AI, what ML, what deep learning. One thing you remember, artificial intelligence is something which acts as an umbrella. In this, first we are knowing about predictions. Predictions are basically considering the past data. If you could predict what would happen in future, that is called future prediction. For example, I say, let us take a Dairy Milk chocolate. Dairy Milk chocolate sale report I do have from year 2000 till 2025. Considering this 25 years of sale, if I could predict what would happen in 2030, that too right now itself. About the future, we are learning it now, at any cost now, at this particular point. That is called future predictions of that particular product. For example, I come to know that 2030 Dairy Milk chocolate would be having a 20 billion loss. This report is something which you give it to the company. When you give this particular report to the company, what happens is they would be cross checking why the loss is happening, where the loss is happening, what are the necessary corrections to be done, whether the quality matters, quantity matters, price is something which is mattering, or else competitors new product launch is having a good effect on the immediate things. So all these things will have a immediate effect on. So for doing any of these things, ultimately for doing good amount of predictions, AI is very, 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 very important. So in this AI, when we are talking about this, as we are talking about AI basically acts as a bigger umbrella. What does AI do? AI makes the machine think like a human brain. It's completely a rule-based system. In this, as a subset, you have machine learning. What is machine learning? Making a machine think like a human brain from the data. Always, when coming to the machine learning is something which learns from the data. So, in a bigger insight, when we are talking about AI, the complete AI do have multiple subsets within it. It do have machine learning as its subset, which ultimately deals with numerical data. In this, the deeper part of machine learning, that means the subset of machine learning is the deep learning. So in this particular part, you learn with images, text, speech, all kind of other things. In this, the subset is Gen AI. It creates a new content. In this, you have Agentic AI, the deeper part of Gen AI. It is just basically a automated system wherein which you get to know about everything. Basically, when you are learning with all these things, you have to learn this complete course in 3 different pillars. The major part is this. This particular pillar takes away 80% of the content weightage in the complete course. But for you to have a clear-cut understanding on what AI is, what ML is, what deep learning is, and what Gen AI concepts are, and what agentic AI concepts are, you should have a clear-cut knowledge on basic and advanced statistics. Without you learning statistics, it's highly impossible for you to understand what AI, what ML, what deep learning, what Gen AI, and what agentic AI concepts are. For this, we give 20% weightage. I'm not talking about syllabus. Syllabus, so you would be getting 100% syllabus, whatever required for you to have a perfect understanding on the models. But when coming to this particular thing, concept weightage, only I'm talking about the weightage. Weightage we give is 20%. Now, before we go on into the third pillar, first let us discuss about this artificial intelligence, machine learning, deep learning, Gen AI, agentic AI concepts. Fine? Now, let me share my screen, wherein which you have a very interesting PPT. AI is everywhere. So first one is data science. So all this machine learning, deep learning, AI, big data, deep learning, all the automations, Gen AI, agentic AI, all this comes under data science. People think that data science is different, AI is different. It is not as such. Data science do consist of all these things within it. And when coming to the AI, as I was already telling you, AI acts as an umbrella where we uses in robotics, NLPs, planning systems, rule-based systems, in machine learning, everywhere we use AI. And ultimately, in a single line, I can say machines that mimic human intelligence is called artificial intelligence. So here, the ultimate goal in AI is to make machine think, reason, decide, and automate. The best example which you know is a self-driving car. Not only that, if we play chess in a computer, that is also something which comes under AI. Rule-based chatbots. These days, if you go into website, they will be asking you whatever things you wanted. That is also AI. Now, well, let us go deeper into this machine learning. When coming to this machine learning is the subset of AI. And it learns from the data instead of being explicitly programmed. It learns patterns from the data and do the predictions completely on the numerical data, like house prices prediction, spam detections, credit scoring, credit risk scoring, loan predictions, whatnot. Everywhere people are using this today. Next, let us go a little more deeper into it. Deep learning. Deep learning is basically inspired by the human brain. The machine learning which we have learned, that one will be using over here as a neural network structure with many layers. For example, let me tell you this. Suppose if I place a ice cube on your hand or leg, immediately the skin knows the sensitivity of that ice block and it will give you the signal in your brain. As per that signal in your brain, you would be letting understand, or you will be letting know that your skin is placed with a cold item or cold object due to that sensitivity. How our skin is throwing some signals to our brain, and from that brain you will be understanding. Here also the complete process will be going on like that. You give the input data, from that input data it checks with multiple different layers, and from that multiple different layers you get to see the outcome. It handles any sort of complex data like images, speech, video, anything. The best example is speech recognitions, image classifications, facial recognitions, whatnot. Everything comes under that. And the next one is, when we go deeper into this, you get Gen AI, generative AI. So when coming to this generative AI, here AI that creates a new content which is similar to the original content, but it is a faked content. Deep fakes we call. It generates new images, text, audio, code, video, etc. The best example today everyone knows is ChatGPT, Gemini, DeepSeek. All these comes under the Gen AI part. Now when we go deeper into this, Agentic AI. What does, it's a next level system, I can say. It's an expert system wherein which you automatically do. The robot controls everything. Something is in their hand. It will plan accordingly as per your instructions. Agentic AI is something, it can plan, decide, and take actions automatically, or else I can say autonomously. It doesn't just respond, to be frank. It acts towards a goal. So in this you have planning systems, LLMs, all this comes under this. Even in Gen AI also we use LLMs, in Agentics also you use LLMs. So we call that as conversational AI. So not only this, many of the robotics expert systems, computer visions and image recognitions, all this come into the scene. And when coming to this particular part, when we are talking about all these things, a simple one-stop solution which you have here is to learn statistics. For you to learn statistics, here we will be teaching from the basic scratch. And why statistics is important. Without you having a statistical knowledge, you can't actually get into all these things. Statistics is mandatory. There only you can learn the complete knowledge on what the algorithm is all about. Okay, so why? Because especially when we are considering the machine learning or deep learning things, ultimately it go with good amount of statistics. Without you learning statistics, you can't even understand the algorithm, what it is all about. Got it? Now you are seeing two pillars over here, 20% and 80%. This two pillars gives you 100% conceptual knowledge. But when you are working on with, is conceptual knowledge important? 100% important. 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 1 Will that be enough? It is important, but will that be enough? No. Ultimately, you should have some practical approach also. Practical approach के लिए we have to learn programming. Programming के लिए you should learn Python programming. Python is just like a backbone. People say that LLMs and deep learning or Gen AI things, no need of working on with the code part. Though you don't know the code, you can easily implement by looking into the chat GPTs and all. People use that much, yes. But if suppose you get some sort of error, you should be having a minimal knowledge on that. One thing you remember, you can't directly go into this. You should learn this too, this three, for you to get into this, for you to understand the concept. Excuse me. Got it? So in a simple terminology, I can say AI is entire human intelligence. Machine learning is something which learns from experience. Deep learning is something deep neural structure. And Gen AI is creativity. Agentic AI is something a human who plans and executes tasks independently and automatically. In a very simple way. The versions also here, AI, then machine learning, then deep learning. Then we go on with Gen AI. Then we go on with Agentic. This is the flow. But here, when coming to this programming part, how much we have to learn the programming part is something which you would be having the query about. 100% programming is needed. 100% you should be conceptually strong and 100% programmatically strong. You should be there. And Python is just like a backbone for all those things. Clear? And when coming to this particular part of AI, ML, deep learning, Gen AI, Agentic AI, and all, everywhere it was today, you see, everywhere it was data science. Everywhere it was AI. They want many things. They have to learn NLPs, they have to learn and LLMs, they have to learn all the algorithms which are used for predictions. You should have a minimal knowledge on how the data is coming to your structure. You should have a minimal knowledge. But when we are doing this, for doing good amount of future predictions using any of these processes, so-called machine, deep learning, Gen AI, Agentic AI, you should know how to analyze the data, the first step. Then you gather information on the data. Then you program it, problem solve it, get detailed knowledge about it, explore it, structure it, impute algorithms on it, process it and visualize it. All these are needed initially. Without you doing any of these things, without you analyzing the data, you can't even do what data is all about. You should have a proper analyzation on the data. You should gather information. Without having information, you can't do good amount of future predictions. You should program. When the client is having some problem, you should be able to solve it. To solve it, you should have a proper knowledge on the data. You should explore it perfectly. You should impute algorithms. You should visualize the data. You should process the data. And you should structure the data. All these are very, 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 very important. Clear? Without one, there is nothing. You can't do. Got it? And why people are going back of data science or AI ML today? Because of good amount of jobs. Why there are good amount of jobs? Because the investors who are investing are getting returns on the investment they do. That is the reason they are throwing good amount of jobs. That is the reason the people who learn the skills that are very much in demand are getting better opportunities, higher salaries, higher growth. As the skills are very much in demand, people are throwing. So, got it? And today, wherever you see, the positions are on AI. Wherever you go, from safety pin to satellite, everywhere there are AI/ML implementations. It can be banking, gaming, delivery logistics, price comparisons, image, speech, internet searches, digital advertisements, recommendation systems. If suppose you apply for a loan, whether you would be getting the loan or not. If suppose you apply for the loan and you got the loan, whether you would be paying your monthly EMIs on time or not. If suppose you applied for suppose 25 lakhs amount, would you be getting all the 25 lakhs? All these are AML predictions. Not only that, gaming, if suppose you are playing online game, whether you would be winning that particular game or not. If so, you win the game. Within what position you would be winning the game. Delivery logistics. If suppose you have purchased a product online, within how many days you would be getting it? Next, price comparisons. When you wanted to buy a product, suppose I say a dress online, in Amazon you would be having a rate, in Myntra you would be having a rate, in Azio you would be having a rate. Where the price is little less, you would be purchasing it there, right? Image recognitions. Recognizations of the images when you're having group of bundle. Speech recognizations, internet search, digital advertisements, recommendation systems, whatnot. As we were talking about Amazon, Myntra and all, when you are buying or when you are shopping through online, you would be purchasing multiple different things, isn't it? You would be adding some 10 to 15 products in your cart, but you would be purchasing only one or two by the end of the day. What happens for the remaining products? You would be keeping it in your cart for so long time. But after a week or so, you would be popping up with some digital advertisement saying that price hike, price drop kind of thing. It can be recommendation system, but due to your internet search, whatnot, everywhere it is AI. As I was telling you, AI, ML, deep learning, and Gen AI, they are the hierarchies. Got it? So when coming to the, as today, everyone are talking about generative AI, generative AI, generative AI, it to do any of the thing. Text, like what we wanted, it will create a text. Image creations will be done, a deep fakes. Speech can be done. Structured data will be like created. Some 3D signals also can be created with this. Anything can be done using this particular thing today. So the best differences between AI, ML, deep learning, Gen AI, Agentic AI, many people doesn't know that, ma'am, we will be going on with the tools is something which they ask. That won't give you a nice position because tools keeps on changing in the market. Ultimate core concept is something which you should learn. And today, what companies are going back for the people who work on AI, data science with Gen AI and Agentic AI is every company from safety pin to satellite I was talking about previously. Every company. Today, it can be a product-based company, service-based company, banking, manufacturing, travel, healthcare, retail, real estate, taxation, software, media, advertising, insurance, dental, pharma, telecommunications, and delivery and logistic partners. Everywhere, everyone today, the one-stop solution is AI. Nothing apart from that. Clear? One-stop solution is AI. And what is our course flow would be? As we are talking about all these things, you should know about our course flow also, what we would be learning over here. We start with the basic scratch of Python. Then we go with advanced Python. In advanced Python, you would be learning packages so-called Pandas, Numpy, Matplotlib, Seaborn. Then we will be going on with basic and advanced statistics, then machine learning, then deep learning. Then we go on with Gen AI. Then we go on with the basics concepts of Agentic. Then we do on with, see, basically these two are handled parallelly. Then we go on with implementations of these concepts. Then we go on with final projects. This is our ultimate course flow. So for you to have it in the single line, we say AI, ML, deep learning, Gen AI, and the concepts of agentic AI were included over here. Then we go on with implementations in programming. Finally, we do the projects. For completion of all these things, it takes a minimum 4.5 to 5 months time. The last 1 month is for your projects. I'll be completing of me telling or teaching the projects in this 5 months. The last 1 month is for your submission. So 5 months we consider. Clear? And after completion of each and every part, I would be taking an assessment. Why assessment is? Assessment will make you understand where you are, so that if you wanted to like repeat the concept, if suppose many people didn't understand the concept, that concept will be repeated for them. And especially when coming to the coding part, you would be having good amount of assignments. Assignments is for making you have a ease on the concept. Got it? So this is the thing. And each and every concept will be taught to you with some or the other example. Why example is? Example makes you to understand in a very nice way. Got it? This is the thing. And apart from all these things, once you are getting into the course, each and every day tasks will be posted to you. Not only that, each and every concept will be elaborately taught to you. If you have any queries, you can reach me out on anything. So we are having a batch starting from tomorrow morning at 11 a.m. Interested can register.